These are my two witnesses. My mom and dad. Okay, what's your favorite dessert? Brownies are cheap, easy, inexpensive, and perfect for literally every occasion. When I was a kid, me and my grandma would bake brownies and take them to every family gathering and holiday, and I can tell you from experience that they are a fan favorite. So I'm going to show you in an easy to follow, step-by-step process how to make my grandma's brownies with a twist. So this recipe is loosely based off of Betty Crocker's Ultimate Brownie Recipe, which you can find on the back of any Betty Crocker brownie box, or I gained access to on her official website. So the first thing we're going to do is preheat our oven to 350 degrees. Okay, and then we're going to start our brownie mix. Actually, while I was doing some research for this speech, I came across an article called Brownies by the U.S. History Scene that shows you the origin of brownies and their original recipe. Actually, their original recipe was kind of crazy. It involved lots of chocolate, sugar, butter, eggs, and cake mix. So thankfully that's changed a little bit and is faster and easier to make. But we're gonna start with the Betty Crocker dry mix and just pour it into our bowl. And then we're gonna crack one egg, adding it into the mix. And then we're gonna do 1/3 a cup of vegetable oil. I already have it measured out. And then we're gonna do 3 tablespoons of water, which I also already have measured out, and add it into our mix. And then you're just gonna stir until it's kind of thick and there's no powder or bumps left in the mix. And that's because it's not gonna cook evenly if you have anything like unstirred in the mix. And it's definitely gonna taste really gross. And once you have it stirred up, it's gonna look something like this. It's gonna be kind of thick, but that's exactly what we need it to look like. So once we have our mixture done, we're gonna go ahead and prep our cupcake pans, because these are cute little cupcakes that are not normal, obviously. So we're gonna go ahead and spray it with the pan and let it just kind of settle for a second. And then once that's all settled in, we're gonna take a spoon and just go ahead and drop it into the cupcake holder. It kind of gives it just a shape, and it makes them bigger and easier to proportion out, especially if you are bringing them to a gathering. So that way people don't have to touch them. It's a little bit more sanitary. Okay, so once we have the mixture put into the cupcake holders, we're gonna go ahead and put it in our oven. And we're gonna let that cook for about 25 to 35 minutes. It kind of just depends on how thick you want them to be, but you can easily check that with just like a toothpick. Anytime that the timer goes off, you can put a toothpick in the middle of it. If it sticks to the toothpick, they're not ready and they need to go back in for longer. But if there's no excess left on the toothpick, you can go ahead and pull them out. So after all that and they're cooled off and they come out, you can go ahead and add your final touches. So you're gonna take any powdered sugar. It can be generic, it can be Kroger brand, which is what mine is. And then you're gonna take some sort of chocolate syrup. It can also be generic, but it's just a little bit better if you use classic Hershey's. And then you're just gonna go ahead and add that on top of your brownies once they're cooled off, however much you like, because they are yours. And then once they're done, they should come out looking something like this. They're very thick, they have the chocolate and the powdered sugar, and they're very good. So now that we know how to create quick, easy, and super cute brownies, you can go ahead and take that information with you and apply it to any gathering that you have that you want to make a sweet treat for. That's what me and my grandma did, and that's what I hope I encourage you to do by sharing this recipe. Thank you.